Hi, my name is John Cooper, medical researcher and former type 2 diabetic, and I have life-changing news for you. If you're suffering from diabetes and erratic blood sugar, my team here at the not-for-profit Taylor Labs, California, have been working on a free at-home solution for type 2 diabetes. And today, I'm proud to say we've been successful, as I can now 100% guarantee by drinking what's in this newly discovered salt water mix, you can reverse your type 2 diabetes tonight and reset your blood sugar levels below 100 permanently. The 7-second salt water hack you're about to see has passed through our extensive trials and been proven to work with over 20,000 testers. So in just a moment, we'll show you how to replicate their results from the comfort of your own home to reset your erratic blood sugar levels and turn back the clock on your type 2 diabetes for good. It's 100% safe and backed by science, completely flipping everything we know about diabetes on its head, proving for the first time that your type 2 diabetes has nothing to do with carbs, exercise, or genetics. In fact, it's not even your fault. As latest research from prestigious universities have uncovered, your type 2 diabetes is actually caused by a tiny yet deadly molecule chewing away at your pancreas as we speak, which if not removed can spread to your liver, heart, and even brain. And the unusual 7-second salt water hack you're about to see can flush this molecule away in minutes, cleaning your pancreas, liver, and insides, like it has for over 87,000 other Americans. It's truly like nothing you've ever seen before, because it involves doing something over 50% of Americans already do, and only uses ingredients you likely have in your kitchen pantry, getting to work in minutes to attack the real cause of your type 2 diabetes. This miraculous saltwater hack was even featured on TV, where it was called the biggest diabetes breakthrough since insulin, and gives you the freedom to enjoy life. Eat all your favorite foods while throwing those expensive blood tests, glucose monitors, and insulin shots in the trash where they belong. So if you're ready to enter remission from type 2 diabetes, like over 87,000 Americans before you, then listen closely, as I personally guarantee what you're about to see will reverse your type 2 diabetes tonight. Just like it did for Denise Robbins, 64 years old. It worked. It worked. Oh my gosh, it really worked. I was on the verge of losing it before I saw your presentation, John. I was scared to give your salt water hack a try, but thank God I did. I haven't felt this good in ages. Finally being able to eat and live the way I want is nothing short of a miracle, and I have you to thank for it. I can finally enjoy dinner with my family without having to burden them with my crazy dietary restrictions or stress over the ingredients in every meal. You deserve a medal. Thanks, John. Or Richard Dalton, 73 years old. I've suffered from high blood sugar my entire life. You never get used to it. The nerve pain, tiredness, having to graze away at salads while watching others enjoy your favorite meals, it sucked. But I always believed there had to be a solution. So I was ecstatic when I came across your presentation. It feels so good to finally enjoy freedom and ditch my glucose monitor for good. I support you in your quest to help others and recommend it to everyone. Or Jack Acker, 43 years old. I can't tell you how great it feels to be fresh and healthy again. My insides feel clean, like your saltwater hack cleaned me out, and my physical and mental clarity is through the roof. Watching diabetes exit my body and my blood sugar reset to 90 after using your hack was incredible, John. I can finally enjoy time with my kids without being a sluggish, sickly mess. It's been a total life transformation. It was like someone had opened the door and suddenly you can exit the diabetic cage. I am eternally grateful for your presentation, John, and hope you spread the message to as many sufferers as possible. I know seeing some of these miraculous results will make you wish you found this years ago. And I'm certain the simplicity of this solution will shock you, which is why we created this short free presentation under our not-for-profit Taylor Labs. So my final request, after you try this tonight, and see results as you help spread this method by sharing it to others. Because despite being viewed by over 1 million people, we're still facing censorship from every angle. YouTube, Facebook, and other social media platforms have banned us from spreading this controversial method online, meaning this information is only available on this website for as long as we can keep it up and running. So as a former sufferer, I ask for you to stick with me and take the words I say seriously, as the next 3 minutes will change your life or the life of a loved one forever. Now, it's only fair I introduce myself, and you'll understand why this is important in a moment. Hi, my name is John Cooper, world-leading medical researcher and former type 2 diabetic. You may recognize me from my now infamous YouTube channel, where my quick how-to-health videos have racked over 48 million views. And before this controversial 7-second saltwater hack had my channel restricted. I'll explain why in a moment. I had a long history working with one of America's biggest diabetes manufacturers. So while what you're about to see has nothing to do with meds, I can guarantee if you've bought a blood sugar formulation in the last 10 years, you're familiar with my work. I'm also the founder of LA's Premium Natural Health Center, where I work closely with A-list movie stars and athletes. Some I can guarantee you know. And while I can't mention them by name due to confidentiality agreements, I can say I've made a reputation for being the guy you go to when you've tried everything. Because I'm not afraid to use methods which aren't mainstream. You see, the celebrities I work with can't afford to battle with their blood sugar. A simple diabetes diagnosis can mean an athlete sitting out games and losing millions of dollars in the process, or an actor not being able to work roles. In fact, you may have wondered why, despite over a third of Americans being diabetic or pre-diabetic, it often feels like less than 1% of athletes and celebrities are. And you may assume this is because of diet and exercise. Yet, what most people don't realize is athletes often binge on more junk food before games than the average person eats in weeks. And many A-list celebrities are too busy to exercise. In fact, getting to the bottom of this phenomenon was why I entered the medical field. Because diabetes ran in my family. My father died from high blood sugar, as did his father before him. And when I turned 50, I felt the firm grip of time catch up to me. Because while I lived a healthy lifestyle and was easing into retirement, out of nowhere, I began to feel unusual. I'd get wild cravings for sweet foods and became fatigued doing basic tasks. My belly fat grew like crazy, and nerve pains chewed away at my fingers. I thought this all came with aging, until everything got worse. My vision started to fail, and I got hit with a tingling in my feet which wouldn't go away, along with extreme bouts of thirst and an uncomfortable urge to urinate. My wife became worried and pushed me to see the doctor, who, after one test, told me I had type 2 diabetes, which hit me like a ton of bricks. I began to feel too weak to work, which led me to lose clients. And when my favorite A-list clients began moving to other specialists, I put my foot down and demanded our family physician, Dr. Chen, find me a solution. Eat healthy, sleep well, exercise, and you'll be fine, he repeated, while prescribing metformin and hurrying me out of the room. So I did as I was told, switched to a strict diet and exercise plan, swallowed the pills he fed me, and dished out hundreds on blood sugar tests. Yet, despite this, my health continued to decline. My weight ballooned, blood sugar skyrocketed, and cravings only intensified. I told Dr. Chen his advice wasn't working. His solution? Upgrade my medication. So I took these pills hoping for the best. And while they did make me feel better for a while, over the next few years, these daily pills ruined my life, flushing out my wallet and leaving me with a bunch of dangerous side effects, like bloating, muscle aches, and kidney pain. My blood pressure and cholesterol shot through the roof, while I couldn't sleep, exercise, or even focus. You may have noticed these too. My feet then went from tingling to numb, until one day I couldn't feel anything below my knees. forcing me to take time off work. Worst of all, the medication did nothing to help my blood sugar, which skyrocketed to astronomical heights. I became depressed and even considered ending it all. Because the truth is, I felt weak, like I was a burden to others, and believed deep down this was all my fault. It was a dark period in my life, and while it felt like I hit rock bottom, the worst had yet to come. Because on one unsuspecting afternoon, the unthinkable happened. You always assume it'll be some other poor soul, yet this time it was me. It was a warm summer day, and I had been forced to go back to work because the cost of insulin had become too much. Though to be honest, I was happy to try and get my life back on track. So I was in my office finishing up some work when my mouth dried up. I hopped up to fetch a bottle of water. Yet, as I stood, I began to feel dizzy and fell quick, smashing my head into the corner of my desk. I couldn't remember much after, only floating in and out of consciousness and the blaring of ambulance sirens. After a few terrifying hours, I woke up in a hospital bed, an unbearable pain, too weak to move, and unable to feel my legs. You see, what happened was stress from work had spiked my blood sugar, and without knowing, I'd fell into a diabetic coma. I remember my lovely wife Jenny, filled with tears in her eyes, heaving and sobbing with her entire body, as my mother and father-in-law were comforting her. A deep sense of shame grew in my chest for putting my sweetheart through this, and embarrassment for the look of disapproval in my wife's parents' eyes, as they saw me in this state, 130 pounds overweight, too frail to feed myself or walk because my legs had become so numb. Most of all, though, I felt guilt for not doing more when I had the chance, obediently following useless advice from Dr. Chen as he stuffed me silly with risky medications. So while laying at death's door, I made a desperate prayer to God. If He were to let me survive this, I would be proactive, use the medical experience I gathered from work, and do everything in my power to fix my type 2 diabetes. Then Dr. Chen entered the room. He told my wife I'd likely survive, but they would have to amputate. As the tingling in my feet was a sign my legs were in grave danger. Yet I ignored this because Dr. Chen told me it was normal for those with type 2 diabetes. Well, this tingling had progressed until it left my feet looking like this. And now they were going to have to cut them off. My wife screamed, telling Dr. Chen it was all his fault for misleading us and saying type 2 diabetes was treatable with a good diet, sleep, and exercise. To which he sternly replied, maybe if you and your husband ate better, he wouldn't be in this mess, gesturing at her stomach. I swelled up with rage. To mislead me is one thing, but speaking to my wife like this was too far. I mustered up all the power I had and erupted off my hospital bed toward him. But security got in the way before I could do anything. You have to understand, I'm a mellow guy, yet every man has a limit. This forced him to delay my amputation, and as you're about to find out, became the best thing to ever happen to me. Because on my hospital bed, I had made a promise to God that I wasn't going to sit by and let this happen again. I was going to take action. So as soon as I got home on crutches and still in excruciating pain, I began reading medical forums, health journals, anything I could get my hands on in a desperate attempt to reverse my type 2 diabetes. Yet I kept hitting dead ends. Every forum, journal, and specialist repeated the same thing: eat healthy, exercise, and take your meds. Yet following this useless advice put me in the hospital and was about to cost me my legs. It was like no one cared. I became frustrated and considered giving up. Then, when I thought I had contacted everyone, my wife asked, "Have you talked to Evaldo? I remember him having type 2. I figured it was worth a shot. You see, Evaldo was my old college roommate and happened to be insanely smart. Back in med school, he would get perfect 100s without ever studying. Later, he moved to the UK, where he now lives with his wife and children. I hadn't spoken to him since, yet I decided to give him a call, hoping he knew some under-the-radar treatment overseas. I rang and explained everything. He simply replied, "John, you need to know about Dr. T." Dr. T was a maverick endocrinologist based in the UK, famous for his detailed studies on blood sugar. His team then used his findings to develop a cutting-edge method to reverse type 2 diabetes in British patients. He gave them a combination of nutrients and herbs to take each day, including a salty bedtime brew they had to drink before going to sleep. And the results were pretty incredible. Almost 94% of the test subjects saw their blood sugar levels reset back to normal within just 6 weeks. And not only that, 79% also managed to completely reverse their type 2 diabetes, and all enter remission in record time. Hundreds of British sufferers, including Evaldo, had been using it from home to fix their blood sugar without medication, diet, or exercise changes. "It's amazing," he said. "My blood sugar hasn't passed 100 since I started." So I asked how I could get started. And he told me while it's only being piloted in the UK, Dr. T is giving a talk in New York next week, and I can use my connections to get you a short meeting after. So a week later, I booked a ticket to New York and visited the lecture hall where Dr. T was giving a talk. Then when he finished, I limped over to him on my crutches. I was a pitiful sight, dripping with sweat and out of breath. Yet Dr. T looked like he was ready to run a marathon. Although he was 63, he could have passed to a super fit 45. Plus, his history was fascinating. He traveled the world and was acclaimed for his groundbreaking diabetes research in the UK, Australia, and Singapore. Originally from a small town in Oklahoma, he worked day and night to get into med school and lift his parents out of poverty. Then while in college, his father was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. He watched his dad's health break down as fatigue, weight gain, and the cost of medications forced his parents into debt. It got so bad his father couldn't work anymore and quickly became depressed. He couldn't sit by doing nothing, so he made it his mission to one day find a solution to his father's type 2 diabetes. And this is why I went to the UK, he explained. You see, in the UK, they addressed the real cause of type 2 diabetes instead of just managing the symptoms like in America, which is why type 2 rates in the UK are about 1/3 of what they are here, despite having similar diet and exercise habits. In the US, we're fixated on dangerous exercises and bland restrictive diets, when studies prove sugar and carbs have nothing to do with type 2. In fact, sugar and carb consumption has plummeted in America over the last 15 years, while type 2 rates are growing faster than ever. Americans are trying hard to reverse diabetes, yet they're going about it the wrong way. Let me explain. You see, diabetes is a result of insulin resistance caused by visceral fat suffocating your pancreas, which in turn leads to type 2 diabetes. Now, if it's your faulty, fat-coated pancreas, which is destroying your ability to maintain healthy blood sugar levels, then it only makes sense that healing your pancreas will fix your type 2 diabetes, right? Well, as you're about to find out, that's just the tip of the iceberg. You see, most American doctors have failed to dig any further into this, which led Dr. T to believe they were hiding crucial information about the true cause of diabetes. He found out the medical community couldn't even agree on the origin of diabetes. For decades, mainstream medicine and the big pharma execs have touted the idea that our pancreas is to blame. And on one hand, that seems to make sense, because the pancreas is responsible for insulin production. Research carried out at the prestigious Newcastle University in the UK reveals while the fat strangling your pancreas is what's causing your diabetes, these nasty fat cells actually originate from a completely different place, your liver. And after conducting numerous clinical trials on people across the world, These amazing researchers found the real cause of diabetes to be an obese liver. And I'll prove it to you by asking you to listen to your body one more time. Right now, point to where in your body you feel your type 2 diabetes originates. Not using the information they've taught you to believe. Close your eyes, listen to your body, and point to where you feel it begins. You see, if you're like 98% of other diabetics, you pointed to below your ribcage, to your mid to upper torso area. Yet, if the cause was sugar consumption, you'd point below your stomach. Do you feel the visceral fat choking your liver right now? You see, the medical establishment has brainwashed you into thinking type 2 diabetes is your fault. Yet, even your body knows they're lying. And all of this is very important. In fact, it's the real key to perfect blood sugar levels and reversing type 2 diabetes for good. Here's why. According to Dr. Taylor, the lead researcher from the Newcastle University team, too much fat in the liver makes it respond poorly to insulin. And as a result, two things happen. First, the liver produces too much glucose. Then excess fat in the liver is passed on to the pancreas, which disrupts the pancreas's normal insulin-producing cells and stops insulin production. Now, as you may know, insulin resistance is what causes type 2 diabetes, which means fixing this issue should be the secret key to reversing your type 2 diabetes for good. Professor Taylor calls this the twin cycle hypothesis, because these are the twin causes of type 2 diabetes: excess fat in the liver and excess fat in the pancreas. This also explains why skinny people can become pre-diabetic or diabetic, by the way. Because even if you're skinny on the outside, it's entirely possible that you've got too much fat in your liver and your pancreas. Now, hearing all of this compelling evidence from Dr. T made my blood run cold, because doctors here in America never told me anything about this information. Yet this groundbreaking UK study from Dr. Taylor put me light years ahead towards reversing my type 2 diabetes. Thanks to the breakthrough research by Dr. Taylor, we have a simple understanding of what causes type 2 diabetes. We now know it all starts with fat in the liver, which is the real cause of high blood sugar, not the foods we eat that seem to spike blood sugar. Plus, we now know the real reason your pancreas can't produce insulin is that fat travels from your liver to your pancreas and clogs it so that insulin can't get out. Think about it. If your out of control blood sugar is caused by fat in the liver and pancreas, then all you need to do is lose fat in those two vital organs, and your type 2 diabetes should be reversed. Dr. Taylor's research was verified again using the largest study of its kind, a double-blind clinical trial, the gold standard in medicine, which proved definitely that Dr. Taylor's twin cycle theory was correct. The results reported by a top science publication stated that the good news for people with type 2 diabetes is that our work shows that even if you have had the condition for 10 years, you are likely to be able to reverse it by moving that all-important tiny amount of fat out of your liver. That's it. Just a tiny amount of fat is all you need to remove from your liver. About 1 to 2 grams, and blood sugar levels reset back into balance almost magically. Even better, his findings also confirmed a 7-day time frame for perfect blood sugar levels and showed that all it takes is losing about 1 gram of fat in the pancreas to dramatically support your healthy blood sugar. And yes, you read that right. Dr. Taylor's research suggests you can see breakthrough results in just 7 days. Isn't that remarkable? Here it is, the key to reversing type 2 diabetes for the world to see. And yet no one in the US was talking about it. Hearing this explanation made everything clear. I had seen some of these studies while researching, but never put the dots together. I felt real hope I could finally reverse my type 2 diabetes. So I begged Dr. T to help us. In America, we don't even know the cause of type 2 diabetes. We've tried so many medications, diets, and specialists, but nothing, I told him. Dr. T then explained to me, John, they obviously don't know, and it's not their fault. The diabetes industry controlled by Big Pharma is a $48 billion a year industry. They fund the media through ads and spend billions lobbying senators. It's in their interest to keep these advancements hidden away from the public. This is why real breakthroughs take decades or never make it to the American public. They don't want cures. They just want to sell you medications for the rest of your life. I became furious. Being in the medical field myself, I can't believe I didn't recognize this. We need to at least try to get this solution out there, please, I screamed. I told him about my upcoming amputation and the years of damage type 2 diabetes had done to my health. I couldn't let millions of Americans suffer the same fate. He was sympathetic and told me he would share the details to the secret bedtime brew Ivaldo had used to reverse his type 2 diabetes, yet warned me to stay safe. You never know how far the elite powers will go. He showed me how he originally started his research with a large US drug manufacturer, and when he made progress, they worried a solution would cut into their profits, so they cut his funding. I was stuck, he explained. I needed to finish my research to help my father and was forced to move to the UK. He showed me all the success stories in the UK and how he was able to reset the blood sugar levels in his father. All his participants melted away their liver fat, reversed their type 2 diabetes, and maintained blood sugar levels around the 90s range in just a few days with no changes to diet or exercise. Which is why the diabetes industry is terrified of its power. It's not in their interest to release a simple remedy they can charge thousands of dollars for. Now, just like you, I was curious to find out the exact specifics of Dr. T's breakthrough salty diabetes reversing brew. So pay careful attention now, because the following information comes from top secret medical research to which the general public has no access. Fill me in, Dr. T. What's the secret? I asked. Well, remember how I told you the root cause of erratic blood sugar came from fat on the liver, not the pancreas? Well, that's just the start. Dr. T explained how an obese liver is not an issue for normal, healthy people. But as a diabetic or pre-diabetic, your body can't properly wash away the fat on your liver and pancreas, which means no matter how hard you exercise or how healthy you eat, it'll be impossible for your body to produce insulin properly. It's like trying to mop up an orange juice spill in the kitchen without any soap or water. When the mop is dry, the ground will be sticky no matter how hard you scrub, and you'll never get the results you want. Of course, you can see this is not your fault. In the case of diabetes, Dr. T continued, this fat buildup blocks your body's natural ability to burn fat correctly, which then causes our liver to suffocate and festers into the horrifying complications that diabetics are all too familiar with, like erratic blood sugar, fatigue, food cravings, and weight gain. Obviously, this wasn't the news I wanted to hear. So what's the solution? I asked impatiently. In my past 5 years of intensive research here at the not-for-profit Taylor Labs, I've come across a few things that may sound strange, but have incredible healing potential. Specifically, one unique substance fell onto my research desk called metavanadate, which is a rare element extracted from iron ores in only a handful of regions in the world. The indigenous tribe it came from had close to 0 known cases of diabetes. So we decided to test its effects on diabetic patients to see if it would be the blood sugar breakthrough we'd been searching for. At first, it showed little improvement on blood glucose levels, but I had a hunch we were onto something, so I dug further. Even though everyone would think I was crazy for spending my time on something that barely had any proof of reversing type 2 diabetes. Every night, I waited for everyone to leave the lab so I could continue my research. Being the mad scientist I am, I wasn't going to quit. And thank God for my attitude, because one night, just as I was about to consider it a dead lead, I tested something I never tried before. I knew I was close to a breakthrough. So instead of extracting the natural element using our high-grade industrial equipment at the lab, I did it manually, using the same squeeze method researchers used in the 1800s when metavanadate was first discovered. The next day, we tested it on diabetics, and my jaw dropped at the results. We struck gold. Every trial using this new, safer, and more effective form of metavanadate led to perfect blood sugar levels in our patients and reversed type 2 diabetes in a matter of days. It was like taking a pressure wash to the liver, leaving it shiny and clean, allowing diabetics' bodies to finally burn fat off their organs like a whale oil machine. It turns out the standard extraction process of this natural element actually destroys the diabetes-reversing effects of metavanadate. Think of it like a decaf coffee. You'll never get the same energized buzz from decaf as you would from a normal cup of joe. It's the same way with metavanadate. Using this newfound extraction process allows us to siphon all the healing benefits from the element, while ensuring nothing gets watered down in the process. Discovering this squeeze method has become our biggest blood sugar breakthrough ever, and it's taken literally hundreds of trials to perfect this, which is why no one else is even talking about metavanadate. Not to toot my own horn, but I don't think any other scientist in the world could replicate what I've done, unless I walk them through it step by step. A few doses of our newfound formula burns practically all the fat suffocating a diabetic's liver, allowing the body to reverse all the signs of erratic blood sugar, like numbness, fatigue, and weight gain. And it's exactly what finally freed my father from his type 2 diabetes nightmare. But please keep this to yourself. I don't want to threaten American big pharma execs more than I already have. Needless to say, this was incredible. A simple element found in iron ore, extracted in a way no one's ever tried before, which could kick our body's blood sugar healing mechanism into overdrive and reverse all symptoms of type 2 diabetes in a matter of days. Isn't that fascinating? And trust me, I've done all the research. No one's tried this new squeeze method of extracting because most manufacturers of metavanadate look for ways to save on cost instead of finding ways to maximize potency. So they'll continue using industrial-grade equipment for the sake of profits to line their own pockets, rather than trying methods that may take more man-hours up front, but leads to a much more effective nutrient to reverse diabetes. One of the world's foremost experts on diabetes showing us the cold hard proof he'd successfully reversed type 2 diabetes in thousands of British sufferers, and that reversing it is way cheaper and safer than the medical industry wants you to know. Yet, this was only the beginning of Dr. T's breakthrough. He identified other plant-based compounds and nutrients which amplified and accelerated its benefits. He found that the key to its power wasn't just metavanadate alone. According to him, the precise combination of these super nutrients in specific amounts creates a synergistic effect. Too much of one ingredient or too little of another could disrupt the optimal metabolic and blood sugar resetting effect. Dr. T wrote down his findings on a piece of paper and handed it to me before leaving the building. As he left, I couldn't help but show my disappointment that his work wasn't receiving the recognition it deserved here in the US. You have my blessing to share this with those in need. And with that, the responsibility of spreading Dr. T's evening brew formula fell onto my shoulders. When Jenny and I got home, I couldn't wait to make the brew. The only problem? Some of the ingredients were impossible to find in the US, so I had to order them from overseas. It cost me a pretty penny, yet after months of hunting, I had everything I needed and was ready to give it a try. Let me tell you, it was no walk in the park. I had to grind the ingredients into powder, measure them precisely, mix them up, and drink the brew 1 hour before bed. But you know what? The salty taste was actually pretty nice. And then, something amazing happened. I slept like a baby for the first time in ages, and when I woke up in the morning, I felt so refreshed and relaxed that I actually jumped out of bed, grabbed my crutches, and took the dog for a walk. My body just wanted to move. Jenny couldn't believe it. She was wondering what had gotten into me. Yet I wasn't ready to tell my wife about it just yet. I mean, can you blame me? I was skeptical that it would actually work after everything I'd been through. However, I continued following the nighttime ritual, taking the brew before going to bed. And you wouldn't believe my results. I began feeling sharper, more energetic, and lighter than I had felt in years. Like crystal healing waters, the brew had cleaned me out. I'd sleep all night and wake up feeling revitalized. And the craziest part was that I stopped snacking during the day like I used to, because I didn't have those pesky cravings anymore. I lost 11 pounds after just stepping on the scale for the first time. Within a week, I had dropped 17 pounds, and all of my aches and pains were fading away. Even the nerve pain in my legs disappeared, and I could walk without crutches. I went to check my fasting blood sugar level and was shocked. I was down 163 from 224, a full 25% in just a few days. Then, following the same ritual for the next week, I was down 125, and after just 1 month, I dropped down to a healthy 93. I was full of life, could finally see and think clearly, eat anything I wanted without having to obsess over its effect on my blood sugar. I finally told Jenny about Dr. T and the brew. Of course, she had some concerns, yet I promised to keep taking my meds. Over the next 30 days, my blood sugar continued to drop, and I lost 42 pounds. My waistline was trimmer, and I could fit into my favorite jeans again, and I felt at my best. I felt like a time machine had taken me back 20 years to before any of my blood sugar issues appeared. I had more time each day to spend on the activities and people I loved, and I needed less sleep to feel recharged. Even my energy levels no longer crashed in the afternoon. And let me tell you, one of my favorite things about the brew was how it helped me fall into a deep slumber almost immediately after I closed my eyes. No more restless tossing and turning. No more waking up to pee. I slept straight through the night and woke up feeling refreshed without even needing an alarm. It was like a weight had been lifted off of me, and I could finally live my life to the fullest. At my next checkup, Dr. Chen had to check my results twice to make sure he was reading them correctly. We'll go ahead and cancel the leg amputation. Your blood sugar levels are in the normal range. Matter of fact, I don't think we'd even consider you diabetic anymore. Whatever it is you're doing, keep doing it, the doctor said. Those words sounded like music to my ears. I finally took matters into my own hands. And the surprised look of my doctors after seeing my blood test come back near perfect made all the late nights, early mornings, and countless hours of research worth it. My beautiful wife, Jenny, was even happier than I was. We no longer had to eat dry, bland food or sacrifice dessert, nor do we have to prick my finger every few hours. I finally felt free. No more expensive and toxic medications. No more threats from the doctor, and no more stress knowing my body was back to a normal, healthy state. Yet as Jenny and I drove home, another thought kept crossing my mind. Surely God hadn't allowed me to make this breakthrough discovery just so I can keep it to myself. I knew too many people who suffer from type 2 diabetes, along with the unbearable fatigue, nausea, and tiredness that come with it. People whose insides were screaming help as this disease chews through their overweight, deteriorating bodies. Then I thought of Dr. T's promise to pass on his secret brew to others here in the US. It wasn't just a solution for me. It was a potential lifeline for so many others out there. I couldn't let them suffer when I had a chance to help. So I made the decision I would share Dr. T brew with anyone who needed it. It wasn't just about me anymore. It was about giving others a chance to live their best lives, free from the burden of diabetes and excess weight. And that was a cause worth fighting for. So here's what happened next. I started sharing my brew recipe with some of my diabetic or pre-diabetic friends and family. It wasn't an easy task since I had to order the ingredients from overseas pharmacies, which cost me quite a bit of money. Yet I considered myself blessed and was happy to pay it forward. Each person received a couple of weeks' worth of ingredients and instructions on how to prepare the brew. And let me tell you, the results were amazing. They included my very overweight and diabetic 68 years old Aunt Rose. When I was on medication for my type 2 diabetes and my A1C at 7.5, I weighed 220 pounds. After taking this brew daily, my A1C went down to 5.6 and lost 40 pounds. The look on my doctor's face when he had to cancel my meds made it all worth it. My cousin Diane, 51, who was pre-diabetic and in the danger zone. I recommend this brew enough as someone who was diagnosed with pre-diabetes. I was constantly worried about the potential health risk which came with this condition. But after taking the brew for just a few weeks, I'm thrilled to say that I'm now out of the borderline and back to living my life to the fullest. Not only has my blood sugar levels drastically improved, but I feel more energized and confident in my own skin. I no longer feel restricted by my health and can enjoy all the activities that I love without worrying about the negative consequences. My younger brother Dave, 29, and his wife Lori, 27, had previously believed they were big boned and destined to be overweight, leading them to give up on trying to lose weight. However, their health was declining and Lori had been diagnosed with diabetes. After trying the brew, Dave's blood sugar level is now under control and Lori has even dropped a couple of dress sizes. Her doctor even confirmed that she had fixed her diabetes. The best part? They weren't afraid to plan their family because of diabetes and associated complications. My partner and I cannot express enough how grateful we are for discovering the brew that has helped us control our blood sugar levels. We have been trying to start a family for some time now, but our diabetes was hindering our chances. However, after taking the brew for a few weeks, our blood sugar levels are now under control, and we are thrilled to share that we are planning to start a family soon. We feel so healthy and energized, and we owe it all to this brew. I also gave some of the brew to my friend Carlos, a retired firefighter, who appeared to be in good shape despite being 71 years old. However, he was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes a year ago, and his blood sugar levels were not improving. Words can't express how grateful I am for this brew that has turned my life around. After being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, I was struggling to control my blood sugar levels despite taking numerous medications and using testing kits regularly. Then, my friend introduced me to this amazing brew, and I decided to give it a try. It was a game changer. Not only did it help me get my blood sugar under control, but also managed to throw away all my meds and testing kits. I feel like I have a new lease on life, and I can't thank my friend enough for sharing this with me. Back to my sister-in-law, Lori. She was on cloud 9 after trying out the diabetes reversing secret I shared with her, the same brew which helped me and so many others conquer diabetes. She was so thrilled that she decided to share her A1C before and after pics on Facebook and let everyone know about this amazing discovery. And guess what? It went viral. Within a matter of hours, I was bombarded with friend requests and messages from strangers, all wanting to know about this secret. Yet, as much as I wanted to help everyone, it wasn't possible for a number of reasons. The ingredients were often too expensive and hard to come by, and the process of measuring out every milligram was a real hassle for many people. It was frustrating, but then it hit me. What if I could find a way to simplify things? What if I could make this secret available to everyone in a way that was easy and doable from home? And that's when I had my eureka moment. What if I could create a capsule form of the brew with all the same amazing ingredients? It wasn't easy, but I was determined. I spent months looking for a lab or facility that could order the ingredients in bulk and create these capsules for me, while keeping the highest level of purity at the lowest possible price. Finally, I was able to work out a deal with the first-rate FDA-approved U.S. lab. And their in-house experts suggested we add a few more natural ingredients, which our testing showed that this elevated the benefits and quality to a whole new level. That's why I'm excited to introduce you to GlucoProven, our first and only 100% proven by science blood sugar solution since insulin. This exclusive metavanadate formula is the only one in the world of its kind and features 19 other all-natural superstar ingredients, which when mixed together in specific quantities and concentrations, can freeze your high blood sugar levels right in its tracks and free you from the diabetes nightmare for good, allowing you to get back to the life you fully enjoyed in just a few weeks without being tied to dangerous medication disappointments every time you see a doctor, whilst also reducing inflammation to soothe aches and pains, promoting healthy blood flow and circulation, targeting nutritional deficiencies that cause neuropathy, nerve pain, rapidly reversing weight gain caused by type 2 diabetes and side effects from medications, and eliminating sugar and junk food cravings. So now you're probably wondering how it's possible for you to get GlucoProven in the palms of your hands, and what the best regimen is to get the best results from it. To be straightforward, our critical guidelines make it hard for the general public to get GlucoProven because the ingredients are selectively chosen with each batch and cultivated in a sterile facility. And we also screen each ingredient and test for maximum potency, all as part of our proprietary and detailed process. With that said, GlucoProven is something people still keep asking for more and more of. And while the good word continues to spread, we impose strict limits on the batches we produce so we can provide everyone with the freshest ingredients possible without sacrificing quality. Plus, keeping a focus on purity helps to not only protect your blood sugar levels for the long haul, the potent nutrients also shield people who don't even suffer with high blood sugar levels, while giving them the chance to protect their physical health, their well-being, and their bank account before the suffering can even start. That said, our expensive, quality-focused production from our manufacturer is limited to a number of batches per year, which means these bottles fly off the shelves each time they're made available again. But I can't stand the thought of other people going through what I experience, which is why I'm going to share how you can get a fresh bottle of GlucoProven in your hands this week as part of my new blood sugar relief program. First, let's cover the details of how this all works. It's actually really easy. You just take one capsule a day with a meal and keep this up for at least 30 days. Taking it for at least 30 days allows the nutrients in GlucoProven to help penetrate the fat buildup at the core, restoring your body's natural ability to achieve healthy blood sugar levels, and allowing each ingredient to take the front lines at relieving erratic blood sugar, while melting fat off your body in the process. And while the fat buildup in your body has already been there for years now, triggering a spike in your blood sugar, it's crucial to allow these therapeutic ingredients to do their job while they go to work and remove these traces of fat from the inside out. Remember, your weight gain, fatigue, food cravings, and numbness are warning signs coming from your body, meaning that your blood sugar levels are already becoming violently erratic, while inviting other inflammatory diseases to take shape at the same time, making it crucial that your body absorbs each ingredient over the course of a few weeks, so it can not only penetrate fat from within the cells of your body, but also so it can help maintain perfect blood sugar levels, therapeutic healing, and vibrant energy for a longer term. That's why health researchers recommend starting with at least 3 bottles of GlucoProven, where 6 bottles is better if you want to absolutely guarantee to safeguard your body for the many years to come. That way, you're taking a more strategic approach against the blood sugar war right off the bat, while alleviating the fears of glucose-related conditions from creeping back up, because we're only human. And environmental, physical and lifestyle stressors will easily sneak back up on us. So maintaining a healthy blood and blood sugar levels, even after your organs have repaired themselves, can protect your body from here on out from any future worries. Because the truth is, across our nation, blood sugar problems of all kinds are becoming all too common. And according to the American Diabetes Association, over 34 million Americans suffer from glucose-related complications like weight gain, chronic fatigue, wild food cravings, and thousands of dollars in medical bills, while they're collecting more deadly drugs from their doctors, until they finally shake it off and refuse to accept this as a lifelong condition, especially after they experience the natural and potent healing powers of GlucoProven. Just like Jessica N., who says, "Hi John, I'm writing to you as a sign of gratitude and appreciation. Your method helped me maintain healthy blood sugar levels, but that's not all, because I also lost 32 pounds of ugly fat and I'm now wearing the same size as when I was 27 years old. I'm so happy I tried your natural solution. I'm free from the horrible daily pains I had. Definitely, your method transformed my life. I was so lucky to find you." Same with Peter M., 64 years old from Massachusetts, who wrote in to say, "Thank you for sharing your blood sugar video. I'm glad I watched it until the end, because with your powerful mechanism, I had my normal life back in only 5 weeks. I used to feel like a burden to my family, but now, not only I have kept my blood sugar in check, I also feel full of energy and can eat whatever I want, including cakes and pizza." The real stories you just heard are a handful of the hundreds I've been getting each week. And you should know that GlucoProven is only available on this site at this time, at least while we can keep it up with the demand before Big Pharma catches wind. See, I've been facing threats from the pharmaceutical lawyers on a regular basis now. And even though they're furious, and with good reason, it's worth it for me to put up this good fight, because I want to see you reclaim your life with GlucoProven. The pleasantly surprised group of people who've already tried the formula said it was their first real chance at turning back the clock on their blood sugar problems, which is why I'm confident these ingredients can do the same for you, while helping to shield your body from glucose-related conditions for years to come, allowing you to bounce back into your career and family activities, while protecting your bank account, body, and sanity from any expensive drugs and ineffective treatments. Just imagine how good you'll feel when you end those doctor visits that waste your time and energy over and over again, freeing up your bank account to spend your money on things that truly matter to you, even getting yourself back into exercise, regular hobbies, and more quality time with loved ones. All it takes is one capsule of GlucoProven each day for the nutrients to get you on the path back to a healthy, vibrant life. Of course, there's other options out there for you too, like the buffet of drugs your doctor throws at you without a thought. Whereas you now know, people are often given excessive doses of these drugs, including refills they don't even need anymore, just so the doctors and big pharma lobbyists can profit off your ill health. The same goes with those extreme workout plans, which are not only impossible to stick to and disappoint you every single time you try, but they leave you more discouraged and hopeless thanks to their false and over-exaggerated promises. Oh, let's not also forget the quack diets out there, like keto, paleo, or Atkins, which can sometimes deceive you into thinking they might have worked, until you wake up one morning and your food cravings return with a vengeance, leading you to overindulge on the sweets more than ever before. That said, you can see how fair the original investment was at $179 for a bottle of GlucoProven, which others would gladly pay over and over again. Plus, when compared to the list of side effects and copays you'll finally put behind you, including the increased insurance premiums, while also saying goodbye to excessive medical appointments and keeping those extra thousands of dollars for yourself, you can see how a single dose of GlucoProven already pays for itself, don't you? Also, just one manufacturing facility made the cut to produce GlucoProven at the quality and level I demanded, with each capsule containing the freshest and most bioavailable form out there when it comes to these therapeutic blood sugar agents. Everyone agrees that $179 is really a bargain. However, I'm not in this to rake in some cash like the medical establishment would. Of course, there are manufacturing costs and overhead involved, plus the legal fees I have to protect this movement from the bloodthirsty medical conglomerates. Yet, even then, I have a relentless passion to help others. And all that just isn't a big issue right now. The mission here is to get your physical shape, well-being, and lifestyle back to an ideal place by first helping you maintain perfect blood sugar levels, leaving you free to take life by the horns again, just like I did. So if you take charge of your physical well-being right now and take advantage of the GlucoProven Blood Sugar Relief Campaign so you can hop on board with 47,000 other former diabetes sufferers, you can get your hands on GlucoProven for just $69 today. That's really just the start though. Because after experiencing how much high blood sugar wreaked havoc on not just my life, but everyone around me, it gave me the reality check that we're not invincible to life-threatening blood sugar levels either. So you'd be right to worry about the health of your friends and family right now. The good news is you can put their fears and worries to rest and shield their body from the dangerous effects of high glucose readings right out the gate with the discounted package plan that's recently become available, where you can get 6 bottles of GlucoProven for only $49 per bottle. The thing is though, I'm only offering this package on this website you're on right now, and while we still have stock on hand. So we can kick my blood sugar relief program into high gear. Plus, as an extra incentive to take control back for your body and your life, I'll waive the $14.99 shipping fee with your multi-bottle purchase, which means you'll get free shipping today only. Remember though, once I run out, another batch won't be made until the next quarter of the year. So do your blood sugar a favor right now and click the 6-bottle package below to add this to your order, or choose another package if you prefer. Right after you do that, let yourself get excited about this important investment in your health. Because even though the ingredients in a single bottle of GlucoProven will do the trick and surprise you at how fast they go to work, while helping maintain your healthy blood sugar levels and melting fat off your body, remember that a 6-month supply will give your body the nutrients it needs to kick your overall blood sugar health into high gear and shield yourself from the pain, weight gain, and fatigue from this condition, while giving you the support you need to enjoy life's simplest and most precious moments for decades to come. Said another way, after 6 months of taking in the incredible nutrients GlucoProven has to offer, you'll have flushed away years worth of erratic blood sugar, literally rewinding the clock on your overall strength, energy, and physical well-being. Okay, let's switch gears now because you're probably wondering how to get started and how you can get GlucoProven on its way to your front door today. Well, it's simple. Just choose your discounted package plan below this video right now. And other than getting excited and optimistic about the recovery you're going to make, just fill out the secure and safely encrypted checkout page with your order details. And in just 5 business days, you'll have your own batch of GlucoProven right at your doorsteps. So go ahead and click below now. Because if you still see the button, then there are still bottles in stock. Plus, to protect your peace of mind, I'm really going to bat for you and throwing in a 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee with your purchase. That said, here's how your peace of mind guarantee works. Just order your package of GlucoProven today. Follow the dosage instructions and allow the ingredients to start doing its job on your blood sugar. Then notice how for the first time in a long time, you're finally feeling energized, while the fat melts off your organs and body. You're sleeping straight through the night. The fatigue and food cravings come to an end, and you're able to start exercising and living life without pain, just like over 47,000 Americans before you. And if for some reason you decide you're not happy with GlucoProven, just email or call my US-based customer support team any time of day, and they will issue you a prompt refund with no questions asked. The best part is you don't even need to send the bottles back. They're yours to keep as my way of saying thanks for giving GlucoProven a try. I'm sure by now it's easy for you to see that you have nothing to lose. And unlike the prescription drugs and medical treatments out there, the ingredients in GlucoProven are free from the side effects, medical brainwashing, and the need to commit the rest of your life to prescriptions, and the price that comes with them. The presentation is now ending, and the ultimate choice is yours. You can either stop watching now and leave your erratic blood sugar up to chance like you have until now. And while that may be easy, you and I both know it won't change anything for the better. In fact, in 6 months from now, how will you feel when your high blood sugar has continued down its destructive path, plaguing you with increased pain and sending you straight back to medical treatment and surgery? Because according to the American Diabetes Association, food cravings are usually how it starts. Of course, the numbness in your legs and hands start coming too, along with the fatigue and blurred vision. Before long, serious motor skill complications and blood sugar damage take place. Plus, you're already aware of how this affects your quality of life. And according to the U.S. National Library of Medicine, the downward spiral of suffering is almost always the same, including how you will lose more of the activities you once enjoyed, because your energy is the first thing to suffer, until the bodily fatigue and wild food cravings take its toll on your work, sleep, and personal life. And your relationships crumble as a result. So, without having to remind you of how this can cost you your independence, your job, and the enjoyment you used to share with your loved ones, you clearly understand where this all leads to. Because the fact that you're still here shows you're not willing to take that gamble on your life. And it's easier for you to not only save the activities and lifestyle you still have today, but also to turn back the clock on your physical health, your career path, while securing your long stability, isn't it? So click below and take back your God-given rights to your health and get GlucoProven at a discount for 3 or 6 bottle packages. Because once you do this, these nutrients will officially put you on course towards perfect blood sugar levels. Just remember, once the remaining batches of GlucoProven are snatched from our shelves, we won't get more until the next quarter of this year. Plus, once my blood sugar relief campaign is over, the price goes back to $179 per bottle. So when you order today, you'll be supporting my mission while also doing your body a huge favor in the process. It's your decision. Yet, you and I both know you're ready to do what's right for your health. Thanks for watching. God bless. Sincerely, John Cooper. Still here? Not a problem. I know we just covered a lot. To help you out, let me go ahead and answer some of the most common questions you might have. 1. How does GlucoProven work again? GlucoProven is based on the breakthrough research by Dr. Kumar, who discovered the breakthrough to reverse diabetes and completely normalize blood sugar levels, no matter if you're pre-diabetic or suffer from type 2 diabetes. Through decades of research, Dr. Kumar realized that overworked beta cells in your pancreas are actually to blame for your erratic blood sugar, which are important as they produce insulin, which helps convert sugar into energy. And without enough beta cells, your body can't produce this insulin and your blood sugar levels go haywire. Dr. Kumar's remedy can revive these dead beta cells and bring them back to life, restoring your insulin levels and reversing your type 2 diabetes. Remember, we only discovered this breakthrough because Dr. Coomer's studies were hidden away from the public for so long. And United States big pharma lobbyists will never share this breakthrough diabetes formula because they want to keep you hooked on their toxic meds and profit off your ill health. Each of the 20 ingredients inside GlucoProven improves blood sugar levels, reduces blood sugar spikes, speeds up weight loss, and can free you from the type 2 diabetes nightmare. There is nothing out there on the market like our formula. 2. Can I take GlucoProven even if I have allergies or also take other supplements? In a word, yes. In fact, because the ingredients inside each capsule of GlucoProven have been shown to reverse erratic blood sugar and wake you up from the type 2 diabetes nightmare, they act as a powerful anti-inflammatory solution as well. For example, after taking GlucoProven for 6 months straight, you may start to notice that these nutrients not only stabilize erratic blood sugar levels and reverse type 2 diabetes, but also provides better digestive health, energy levels, and quality of sleep each night, and even a reduction in depression and stress. Plus, because the ingredients inside GlucoProven are all cultivated from natural sources like plants and herbs, it's 100% safe to take with other supplements as long as you follow the directions. 3. Why haven't I heard of this powerful blood sugar breakthrough before? So far, more than 87,000 Americans have used GlucoProven with powerful results. And I've already had tons of threats from unknown phone numbers telling me they're going to do everything in their power to take this down. Because as you now know, the shady diabetes industry will stop at nothing to keep you hooked on their expensive meds. See, the diabetes drug market is a $26 billion industry, plus doctors can pocket up to $2,000 for giving their patients metformin or insulin. You heard that right. Doctors are motivated to make more money each time they write you another prescription. They do not care about actually helping reverse your type 2 diabetes. I'm willing to put myself in the line of fire either way. And I'm already dealing with potential legal injunctions every single day, which means the last thing I want to do is attract more attention to this. 4. Who should take GlucoProven? Great question. GlucoProven is for anyone who suffers from any blood sugar problems, whether you're pre-diabetic, already diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, or simply want to take it as a preventive measure in case you're worried about erratic blood sugar ruining your health. For example, if you're constantly hungry and craving sweets like chocolates, cake, or warm apple pie, if fatigue is causing you to miss out on activities with the family or causing you to gain even more weight, and if you're beginning to feel the symptoms of erratic blood sugar like nerve pain, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and blurred vision, GlucoProven is for you. Plus, there are 0 side effects, and you can take it with other supplements. And with the 60-day 100% money-back guarantee, there's no risk when you try GlucoProven today. 5. What happens once I choose my package and click the Add to Cart button? Once you choose your package below, you'll go to my 100% secure checkout page. Then just enter your payment information and place your order. After that, you'll receive GlucoProven in the next 5 business days, which means you're less than a week away from making your high blood sugar a distant memory. 6. This sounds incredible, but I'm afraid it won't work for me. Can you remind me about your guarantee? Absolutely. GlucoProven comes with a 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. That means if you order GlucoProven today, then you have a full 2 months to decide if it's right for you. If you're like the 57,000 plus people who have used GlucoProven already, then you will be blown away with the results these powerful nutrients give you. But if you're not amazed with it for some reason, simply call or email my customer service team, and we'll refund your investment with 0 questions asked. The best part? You don't even need to go through the hassle of sending the bottles back. This all means you truly have nothing to lose today when you get started. 7. How long will GlucoProven be available? That's hard to say, but by the looks of it, not long. My hope is that GlucoProven will triumph against diabetes and erratic blood sugar nationwide. But because Big Pharma is out for blood on this breakthrough and is spending millions of dollars on legal fees to try and silence me, it's uncertain if I'll be able to fight them off forever. Plus, because we sourced the ingredients from only the highest quality suppliers, it takes us more than 3 months to custom create each batch. So if you're on this page and see the sold out sign, we may not have any GlucoProven left for at least a couple of months. That's why it is important you get GlucoProven today, especially since it comes with a 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee, which means there's zero risk to you. This sounds great, but is there a hidden subscription when I purchase? No. Your purchase of GlucoProven is a one-time purchase, and it does not include a monthly auto-ship program that's impossible to cancel. Plus, if you're dissatisfied with GlucoProven for any reason whatsoever, you can always call up our US-educated and US-based customer support team, and they will promptly answer any and every question you may have. Alright, I really want GlucoProven. What do I do now? This part is simple. Just click on the buttons below and choose your package, then complete your order. And GlucoProven will be in your hands within just 5 business days from now. Plus, there is no risk because of my ironclad 60-day guarantee. You have everything to gain and nothing to lose. But if you're suffering from high blood sugar or type 2 diabetes, this may be your last chance to claim your own bottle of GlucoProven. We are selling out much faster than we anticipated. So don't wait any longer, as this may be your final opportunity to purchase GlucoProven. It's time to take matters into your own hands and free yourself from the diabetes nightmare. Hit the button below and grab your supply of GlucoProven while it's still in stock. This presentation is now ending. And I want to say thank you for sticking with me all the way until the end. Go ahead and choose your package now. Take GlucoProven as directed for at least 30 days. And I cannot wait to hear about your success story. Thank you for watching, and God bless. John Cooper.